Hello guys, hope you all are good. Welcome to another interesting video on our behavior channel. In today's video we are going to understand the statistical graphs in Flexsim for Staytime. So we have already created a video in order to understand content creation graphs and graphs related to output analysis. In this video we are going to analyze what are Staytime graphs and how can we find out or analyze stay time for a particular buffer, and this is what we are going to look in this today's video. So let us begin the today's video on stay time, understanding statistical graphs. So this is our 6th video. We have already created 5 videos on this. So the graph name stay time, the name itself implies that what is the time the object or the product has spent on a particular location area. That is what it is, stay time. So in a stay time simple graph we have 4 types of graph which we can use for our analysis. So there is a bar chart, histogram, line chart, and then table. So we'll just take our basic format or highly utilized graphs, that is bar chart graph. So when we double click on those graphs, if you could look at, we are having these 2 things. One is average display, so this is what the name will be shown on the graph, and another is what should be the time units of the stay time. So we'll just consider minutes as so far, and what we will consider is we will take Q1, Q2 and Q3 for analyzing the stay time for these buffers. So what is the amount of time the products were available on those particular buffers? We can look at that. So the units for the model are in seconds, so we are going to run it for 3 minutes, that is 180 seconds, and we are going to look at the stuff. So what does this say is that on a Q1 the average stay time, so if you just go in this double click on this buffer, you could able to come, or if you could able to look at, this is the maximum stay time in seconds which we had, and this is the average stay time which is in again in seconds. So 1 minute it is staying, and this is 119 is what it is been saying. And then if you could look at here, it is average 68, and here the thing is maximum which is 136. So here also we are able to see what is the stay time for a particular buffer. Okay, what is the maximum time the product was stayed there, and what is the average stay time. But these are in seconds, and when you go here these are in minutes. You can also convert them to seconds. I'll just reset and I'll just run, and you could look at, you will have this stay time been coming here in this. So basically the stay time graph which we select from this gives us an average stay time for a particular buffer or a particular station, a particular location. So this is what is the stay time basic graph which gives to us. In the time units you have this many milliseconds, minutes, hours and days, and what will this do is basically will give us a graph in terms of those units. So this is about stay time graphs which we are going to use in here for this understanding the buffer strategies. So one thing I would like to bring a notice that if you haven't liked our channel, subscribe to our channel. Please do like our videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also share the videos or our YouTube channel with your colleagues so that they would also get a view or understanding related to modeling for Flexsim simulation. So do share our videos and our channel with your colleagues and friends. Do like it, and do not forget to comment, because your comments are really valuable to us. It really motivates us. So do not forget to comment in our video section. So now let us understand another graph, that is stay time by hour. So if you could look at, we have dragged it into the dashboard. We'll double click, and here we have additional thing which is interval in this graph, and then we have time units. So this time units is the same as we had it, okay, for the top graph, basic stay time graph. But in this stay time by hour graph, we are going to have an interval. So every hour it is going to calculate. So let us now select Q1 and let us now select Q2 and then we'll select Q3. And what I'll do is I'll just reset and I'll just run and let us look at. Now if you look at what we have done, interval is selected as 1 hour, but we are not running a model for 1 hour. We are running it for only 3 minutes. So we are not going to get any graph in our section. So what we'll do is we'll convert this, or basically we will change the interval to 1 minute. So we will have 3 readings in a graph as we are running it only for 3 minutes. So now if you could look at the Q2, okay, the stay time comes out to be 0, okay, but the stay time for Q1 and Q2 we have a readings here, okay. So if you could look at, okay, every hour, so if you could so every minute, basically we have done it every minute, okay. So if you could look at every minute, if you could look, so from 8:01 a.m. to 8:02 a.m. this is what we had, and from 8 o'clock to 8:01 it was 20, okay. So first minute, so from 8 to 8:01 it was this, and 01 to 02 it was basically this, and then we need to have 03. Now 03, the graph hasn't came because we have stopped it at 03. If we have extra 1 second or so, or whatever that is, it would get printed to 803. So additional 1 second or 2 seconds if you put in, you will have that third minute data been plotted onto the graph. So that is you need to keep in mind. So this is one thing. If you close it or if you stop it on exact 3 minutes, you are not going to get the details for that third minute. You need to have, or you need to run the model for extra second or so, and you will get that third minute thing populated into this graph. So you gotta weave here. We have a minute by minute, okay, graph being populated. So at 8:02 a.m. you know now what was my stay time, and 8:03 what was my stay time. So what does this graph tell you? Here you are getting a line graph, if you could have noticed, and we are able to see that our stay time is increasing, okay, is our increasing. So what does this indicates to us is that our buffer is going to get filled up, okay, it is just going to rise up. This is what this graph tells us, or it interprets us, or it basically warns us that your buffer is going to go on filling, just because if you look every minute it is just getting stacked up. And now if I run a model and show you, see, these two graphs are getting stacked up, and our graph is giving a very perfect interpretation. It is really warning us that there is no issue with Q2 because it is seamless. We have no buffer been piled up on the Q, but the issue comes with Q1 and Q2 where the buffer is basically becoming linearly moving up. So this is a very important interpretation which we get from this stay time by our graph. Now let us understand composite stay time, okay. I'll just reset the model and we'll just look at. So the people who have already watched our videos, okay, previous videos from video 1 to video 5, they will exactly know what is composite graph, and it's very easy, yeah. Entrance, exit, we just need to put in and we are going to get in the composite thing. Now the thing is, if you could have looked at the composite graphs we used ahead, okay, for here throughput we did not had that entry and exit, but we did had entry and exit for composite whip type of graphs, okay. So this is what exit and entry we are going to have. So if you haven't watched our video 1 or so where we have listed what is composite whip, do go and watch the video. We already have prepared the in detail video and understanding what is composite graphs for buffers, okay. Similarly it is for the composite stay time. The only difference is that we are going to get a stay time which is again average stay time we are going to get. So let us know if you have any queries on this graph. We revert us or comment us in the comment section of the video. We'll revert back to you. So this is what it is. basically. So we have also covered composite stay time, and then composite stay time by hour. Again, it is same. We will have entrance, we will have exit objects. The only change we are going to do here is we are going to have a interval here, and we are going to have the time units here. Similarly, what we had in here, it is same here, but the only thing or the only difference which we are going to have is basically we are going to get in the composite graph. So we are not going to get this 3 different graphs. We are going to get only one graph which is going to tell us what is the average buffer in them. So this is all about the stay time graphs, composite stay time and composite stay time by hour. So now in our next video 7, we will be understanding what is stay time by type, then stay time by hour, by type, and then item trace Gantt graph. So stay tuned with us on beaverchannel.com. We will come up with new interesting videos on our channel. If you haven't visited our website beaverchannel.com, do visit in there. We have a lot of exciting stuff for you, ranging from simulation, modeling, training, premium content. We have simulation assessments, we have blogs, then there are things related to health awareness, tips, and lot more exciting stuff. So do not forget to explore our website beaverchannel.com and share our YouTube channel with your friends. Do subscribe to our video. Let us meet in another interesting video. Till then, stay safe, stay simulating.